Welcome back to Global Bike Buzz. When a motorcycle returns from the pages of history, it carries both nostalgia and enormous expectations. The Yamaha XT 500, once a groundbreaking dual sport in the 1970s, has been resurrected in 2026 for a new generation of riders. This is more than just a model launch, it's a revival of one of the most iconic names in motorcycling. For many enthusiasts, the XT badge represents adventure, simplicity, ruggedness, and a machine that could be trusted across deserts, trails, and tarmac alike. Yamaha is clearly aware of that legacy and has attempted to merge the charm of the original thumper with technology and refinement that today's riders demand. What emerges is a motorcycle that feels familiar yet unmistakably modern, a bridge between past and present. The heart of this reborn machine is its single-cylinder four-stroke engine, staying true to the XT's defining characteristic. The displacement sits in the 500 cubic centimeters range, but what makes this motor special is not headline horsepower but how it delivers torque exactly where riders need it. Yamaha has tuned it for a strong bottom and mid-range, the kind of grunt that makes steep dirt climbs in tight city traffic equally manageable. Fuel injection keeps the throttle crisp and efficient, while modern balanced shaft technology tames much of the vibration that was once part of the XT character. Riders still feel that reassuring thump, but without the harshness that fatigues on longer rides. It's an engine that respects its heritage while giving today's rider a smoother and cleaner experience, meeting the latest emissions standards without dulling the soul. That motor is cradled in a frame that feels ready for anything. Yamaha has opted for a durable design that combines off-road strength with road stability. There's generous ground clearance to tackle rocky paths and trails, yet it doesn't sit so tall that shorter riders feel excluded. Suspension travel is long enough to soak up roots, potholes, and broken tarmac, with front forks offering adjustability and a rear shock tuned for both solo exploration and carrying gear. Whether you're hopping curbs in the city or threading through gravel tracks in the countryside, the chassis inspires confidence. The wheels follow classic dual sport dimensions, a tall 21-inch at the front and an 18-inch at the rear, shod with semi-knobby tires that balance grip on tarmac with traction off-road. Braking is handled by modern discs front and back, with ABS that can be switched or recalibrated when venturing off paved roads. This ensures safety for new riders and control for experienced ones, offering reassurance without stealing the fun. Visually, the 2026 XT 500 is a masterclass in respectful modernization. At first glance, the fuel tank silhouette recalls the original, slim and purposeful, with clean lines and bold Yamaha badging. The seat flows into the body just like the classic models, but with improved cushioning and materials that hold up better against weather and wear. The front end features a round LED headlamp, giving a nod to retro styling while providing excellent night visibility. Indicators and tail light are also LED, compact yet clear. The minimalistic bodywork leaves much of the mechanical core exposed, reinforcing that sense of rugged honesty. Colors pay homage to the past, a silver option reminiscent of the original, Yamaha blue with racing stripes, and even a heritage white and red scheme. Small details, like metal tank badges and textured side panels, remind you this is not just another dual sport, it is a continuation of a story. On the rider's side, ergonomics are designed for comfort and control. The handlebars are wide, allowing leverage off-road and stability on highways. The upright seating position keeps fatigue low on longer journeys, while the slim waist of the bike makes it easy to stand up on the pegs when tackling rough terrain. The digital display blends practicality with subtlety. It's not an oversized TFT like on big adventure bikes but rather a clean, legible unit showing speed, revs, gear, range, and even optional connectivity features for navigation. Everything is laid out simply, because the XT philosophy has always been about riding, not endless menu scrolling. When it comes to performance on the road, the XT 500 delivers a balance that few bikes manage. At low speeds, the torque makes urban riding almost effortless, you rarely need to chase the gearbox, and the engine's relaxed nature feels forgiving. On highways, the bike holds steady, with vibration levels controlled enough for extended stints at cruising speeds. Wind protection is minimal, in keeping with its dual-sport nature, but Yamaha offers optional accessories like a taller screen or side panniers for those who want to stretch journeys further. Off the pavement, the bike comes alive. Standing on the pegs, you feel the narrow body and balanced chassis working with you. The suspension swallows imperfections, the tires bite into dirt, and the single thumper's power delivery means you can modulate traction without fear of overwhelming the rear wheel. It's approachable for novices yet satisfying for veterans who know how to push a dual sport to its limits. The unique selling points of this machine are woven into every ride. Simplicity is perhaps its greatest virtue. In an era when motorcycles are drowning in electronic rider aids, traction maps, and connectivity features, the XT500 focuses on being a motorcycle first. That does not mean it ignores safety or convenience. The presence of ABS, fuel injection, and efficient lighting proves otherwise, but it retains a purity of purpose. It's the kind of bike you could ride across a continent, repair in a small workshop in the middle of nowhere, and still enjoy commuting with back home. That blend of versatility is rare. Add to that the emotional pull of its heritage and the visual nods to its ancestors, and the XT500 positions itself as more than just a tool. It is a companion, a statement, and in many ways, a tribute. Price is one area where speculation has stirred debate. As of early previews, Yamaha has hinted that the XT500 will retail in the range of $9,500 to $11,500 depending on configuration and region. That puts it above entry-level dual sports but below larger adventure tourers, which makes sense for a mid-range machine with a heritage premium. In European markets, taxes and import costs could push it higher, while in the US or Asia, the pricing may feel more competitive. The crucial factor will be value. Buyers will not just be comparing specifications but also the intangible feeling of owning a living legend. In the competitive landscape, the XT500 has interesting rivals. Modern mid-displacement dual sports from other Japanese manufacturers often boast liquid-cooled engines, more valves, and higher peak power. European brands may offer more advanced electronics, while certain lightweight adventure bikes target touring comfort. Yet the XT500's appeal lies in its character. It is not trying to be everything to everyone. Instead, it invites you to embrace riding in its most elemental form, with just enough modern polish to keep things practical. It's for riders who want to feel the road, the trail, and the machine, not a flood of digital overlays. The 2026 Yamaha XT500 is a motorcycle that celebrates its roots while stepping confidently into a new era. It is not about the most horsepower, the fastest lap times, or the most gadgets. It is about honesty, durability, versatility, and style. It is about making the rider feel part of something bigger, a legacy of exploration, freedom, and simplicity. For some, that alone will be worth the price. For others, it will be a reminder that in a world full of increasingly complex machines, sometimes the most satisfying ride is the one that keeps things simple, rugged, and real. Yamaha has given us a modern motorcycle with an old soul, and in doing so, has ensured that the XT name continues to inspire for decades to come. So if you are in the market for a bike that carries history on its shoulders yet delivers modern practicality, the XT500 deserves your attention. It is not the loudest, the flashiest, or the most spec-heavy. But it is the one that makes you look twice, smile, and imagine the adventures waiting just beyond the horizon. That is the essence of the XT, reborn for 2026, and that is why it may well become a classic all over again.